all welcome back to Untold Podcast. My name is Bruno and I am your humble host. With me here is my co-host, the beautiful Ornella. Hello, Ornella.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. You're looking beautiful.
Thank you. You like to flatter me. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another segment of Untold the Podcast. And today we have an amazing guest in the house. I don't know how to introduce this person. This person's portfolio is so long, but I'm going to try, okay? Our guest is an actress, a comedian, a producer, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist. In fact, the list goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the very talented Miss Mbeng Lilian, popularly known as Caro. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is what I wanted to have you. You look so beautiful.
I'm glad to be here as well.
How are you doing, Caro?
I'm doing good. Bruno? Sure, you're doing good.
Thank you so much. You look so beautiful. So, I feel like there's a lot that we're going to get from you today. So, tell us, who is Caro the brand?
Caro is Mbeng Lilian. Caro is a comedian, an actress, a movie producer, the founder of the Mbeng Lilian Foundation, founder of MR Productions 237. I'm equally a content creator.
Wow. You guys see that with the nail is crashed the surface of who Caro is, because there's just so much.
That's not all. You're a philanthropist.
Thank you. Yes, of course. I didn't want to mention much because she did meet her pleasure. So yeah.
Okay, so I feel like everybody sees the glamour, everybody sees you on the stage, everybody sees how you're growing, how much you kind of have like the grass to grace story, and people see the grace. But tell us, who is Mbeng Lilian? How did it start?
Well, it all started in UK, of course, where I was born and where I learned to be myself and started, doing pretty acting in our neighborhoods and in church. Moving over to Buea, I advanced my career now at UB. Actually, I wasn't studying acting or movies in UB. I was doing educational psychology. But while in UB, I stumbled on the post by Nejanet. They were looking for, actors, aspiring actors to train. So I registered with them, where I got to know more about acting, not just for the acting's sake. I studied it for months, and it gave me an opportunity to know about auditions, and that you can actually go for auditions to be casted for a role. It gave me an opportunity to meet producers, to attend movie premieres, and also meet great actors. So that is how we started, and here I am today.
You actually, a lot of people didn't see the acting part in you. I'm talking about movies because most people saw you as a comedian.
All of a sudden, you dive into movie. So tell us, how has the comedy sector of the entertainment industry increase your visibility, exposure, and a lot of other things when it concerns your career?
I would say a lot.
Oh,
And
seriously?
yes, and I would say it's just God's divine direction. He knew why the acting was not given at the time. He knew why I succeeded in comedy. So it has my comedy life, my comedy sector has played a great role to my movie production. So after like 5 years in comedy, I decided to I decided to give it a break to dive into something else. And acting was the best thing I could do, considering the fact that I started with it. So after amassing hundreds of followers and recognition nationwide, international wide, actually. So it was more easier for me to bring people to my YouTube channel, tell them about what it's all about, and it's just been easy. It's just been it's not 100% easy, but it's been okay. It's just been okay. So kudos to the fans of Caro. Actually, they are the real MVPs.
Let's go back to comedy,
Okay.
Caro and Copies, the foundation. How did you meet Copies? You guys had a great collaboration and everything. Let's not go to the separation first. Let's talk about how you guys met and came up with the Caro and Copies, because you explain, I've not heard it. You've not said anything concerning the name Caro. I don't know if it's actually your grandma's name or some sort of family name. But then let's talk about how you came up with the name Caro.
So I met Copies on an audition ground back then when I was still very much into acting. I was trying to find my feet in the industry. I was always moving from different places, different towns, for auditions. So Copies is equally a very passionate person when it comes to acting, and he was equally doing a lot, to gain a role in the industry. So we met severally. We've met on different occasions. We were in the same group. So we at some point, I can't even explain how I got his number, but yeah, I got his number. And there are times that he will call, oh, there's this audition here, what do you think, should we go? Say, yeah, why not? We've gone to Douala for audition, we've been to Bamenda, to Kumba, Siko, Limbe, we've done a whole lot together. And then while auditioning for movie roles, I was equally doing petty videos around. There's a certain video of mine that I did which went viral. Doctor na career eka chop. Yeah. So that video went viral, and not up to a year later, let's say like 6 months later, when the COVID-19 thing came up and everywhere was dormant, nothing was technically happening. We're all at home, a while at home. Channels, you guys are amazing. You are an amazing duo. I think you should come together and work. Let this thing be one where you can put it on a single YouTube channel, Facebook channel. Just direct the traffic on one platform. So Copies brought the conversation to me, and before it came, I said, I was hoping to have the same conversation with you. I said, I think this is what we should do. So we agreed. We said, okay, we had a meeting. We met at his elder brother's office. Before then, we've been talking on phone that okay. So then I didn't even know what a duo was. I didn't know. He actually enlightened me about it. Okay, duo means you people come up with a niche. You're acting together. Okay, so we had to come up with our names. For my character, I I had different options. I actually thought of, let me use my mother's name, Rufina. He didn't give the vibe. In as much as I wanted to use the mom's name because she was of late, I just wanted to leave the name to remain. But at some point, I felt like no, it wasn't going. I guess it was but divine direction still. So I had different options, and I had a conversation with a friend. Shout out to Vanessa. She's in the US now, Ayana Vanessa. So I had a conversation with her. I said, I'm trying to come up with a name that would, embody not just a particular character. That name should just be a name that can fit into anything. So we were having different options, and she came up with Caro. When she mentioned Caro, I was past. I said, hold on, Caro. I said, yes, Caro. Caro can be anything.
Yeah.
Caro can be a church girl. Caro can be dramatic. Caro can be peaceful. Then Caro just embodies a whole lot of character, Just so I'm like, I think this is the name. I prayed about it, and I told Kopis, I think I'm ready. I have a name. So we had a meet. I didn't tell Kopis the name then. He didn't tell me his own name then. So we agreed to meet at his elder brother's office. When I got to the office the next day, he said, okay, what name have you come up with? I said, I've come up with Caro. He said, what? And I said, why what? Don't you like the name? He said, what a coincidence. I have come up with copies. I'm like, Caro was like, it was just perfect.
Yeah.
The clip was just amazing. And so that was how the name Caro and copies came about. And that was how I got to meet copies.
Wow. Okay, so you mentioned something about losing your mom. Like, since you've spoken about that, I just want to ask you because I know that you lost your dad on the day you were supposed to graduate. How did it feel like for you? How were you able also navigate through everything that had happened to you?
No, this question always gets me emotional. And every December, especially during the diverting period, it always takes me back to that time. That was the most painful day of my life. It was supposed to be the most exciting day of my life, but it was the most painful. Losing my dad on my graduation day with my robe at the hospital, because I've been in the hospital with him for months, like 6 months. And the day of the graduation, I just wanted to go and graduate, come back with the robe and just take pictures with him. It was, it was supposed to be a happy day for me, for him as well. I'm the first person in my family to graduate at that time. So it was something of joy for us. Surprisingly, I was in the bathroom. I was technically living in the hospital during that 6 months. So I was taking my shower and my arms came and called her, come. See, wait, come. So before I could put on something and enter the ward, I just made her close to my dad's eye. Was crying. Okay. So rest in peace. So I was honestly, I don't know. I would say I smiled through it because I knew that was what he wanted for me, to smile, to be strong, not just for myself, but for him and for my siblings. So may his soul rest in peace.
And mean, wow. Thank you so much for sharing all of that juicy information with us. And I could see that you got very, very emotional when you were talking about your dad. And I can imagine that it's not been easy for you to wear the hat of the big sister, now the mom, now the dad, and you've had to navigate it all. So how do you balance that life, right? Your personal life and your work life, given that there's so much on your shoulder in your personal life and there's still so much on your shoulder in your work life, you're a producer, an actress, a comedian. How do you do it?
I'll say discipline. I have learned to differentiate between Caro, the comedian, Mbeng Lilian, the actress, Ben Lilian, the movie producer, Ben Lilian, the philanthropist, Ben Lilian, the elder sister, Ben Lilian, the aunt. It's just discipline. I learned to manage my time, create time for family. It's not easy, trust me. We make it look easy, but it's a whole lot. I try as much to balance all of this so that nobody feels left out. My sister should not say, oh, my elder sister is too hard to reach. My work should not feel the impacts of the fact that I'm not there because of my family. So I just learned to manage it, and to God be the glory, it's been okay so far. I've With discipline, I've learned to differentiate, to create time for each and everyone, every aspect of my life, and it's been good. And I have the best team also. I have a great team who is working hand in hand with me to see that everything stays on a balance.
Talking about your team, first of all, I'll say kudos to ML Production. You guys are doing a great job. I mean, I know from the foundation till now, the movies that you've produced and everything, it's actually great. Now let's talk about ML Production. Okay. When you started thinking about getting into movie, what were your expectations like? How did you come up with that great team? I mean, especially your director, kudos to him, especially because he's doing a great job. Trust me, he's a great guy. I love it. He's doing great.
Yeah.
So how did you actually come up with this team? Is it just about the auditions or you had them already somewhere and just throw them into your team? Because I know the kind of sacrifices that they make when it comes to your movie. We see some of the videos where they sleep, places where they sleep. I mean, the kind of places that you guys go at. One, there was a video you posted and said, you should put on life jacket or yeah, I didn't know that you guys were actually acting. I thought you were just having fun something. So how did you actually come up with a great team like that? And how does it feel to pull up with it?
Honestly, I cannot even say it's by my power or by my thinking. I will say it's God, because you can never know it all. And for somebody like me, there's nothing like, oh, let me wait for a perfect time, because there's never been any perfect time in my life. I've always taken up on every opportunity that I have. I've always planned for what I want to do every year. I set plans for my life. I set plans for my career. It doesn't matter if I achieve all of those plans, but yeah, I have a plan. I know that these are the things I aim to achieve this year, and I do my best to achieve it. And if I don't achieve it, I just know that okay, it's not but time for me to achieve those things. So um a team, the Emma production team is one of those things. That's the reason why I hold them on a very high place, because I feel I'm just too lucky to have these people. I have the best director, I have the best PRO, best manager. I just have the best people around me, and I would not say I planned all of this. My manager, my PRO came to my God's divine direction. I did not look for him and say, "Oh, come." He just came, and we happened to be walking, and I find myself attached to this person for more than 10 years with the
Wow.
same person. And my director, the same. When I started off with MR Productions, I didn't know what God had in store. Yes, I have the numbers. I have people who love me, Caro, but you can never be sure of anything, especially in this country.
Yeah.
Loyalty is something that you can never vouch for someone's loyalty until you get to that point and the person proves you wrong, and you're like, oh my God, when you've been through many betrayers, and you find yourself doing things alone. There are times that you cannot say, oh, I have 100%, you know, I'm 100% sure that if I set my hand to do this thing, it will go perfectly. But you can only believe in yourself first. You put God first, and you say, God, I'm inviting you to take the lead.
Yeah.
But I will do my best that I can. Please make it happen. So when I started off with Emma Production, I reached out to a lot of people who discouraged me about the whole idea. They said, yeah, it's a beautiful idea, but in this country, I don't think it's possible. I don't think you'll be able to have 1,000 views on movies. Yeah, if it's music, okay, people can. So I had a lot of discouragements, but I had made up my mind that this is what I want to do. This is a change I want to create. I want to do it, and I know God has never failed me. God has never failed.
Wow.
Honestly, He has always come through for me, even in the darkest moments when I feel like I'm stuck. So when I started off with ML Productions, I didn't actually have a director. I said to myself that I would direct the movie. I will act in it. So it was just, there was no good structure when we started off.
Yeah.
When I set the plan and we were planning to shoot like in a week's time, there was no director. I just said, okay, we shall do it however, wherever. So while we were scouting for locations, my director, Eno Bismarck, shout out to him. We've come a long way. I met him on the set of Maestro. I think that was my second TV series at the time. That was about 2002. I did that movie, or thereabout. Yeah, 2002 or 3. 2022 rather. Sorry, 2022 or thereabout. So I met with him on that set. He was the assistant director, an amazing guy. I saw how he helped me on that set a lot. I just saw a professional. I saw a man with passion and great talent. The guy, he took me off my feet when I met with him on that set, and he impacted and contributed to my character a lot. So after that, it's been years, and we lost contact. So while we're scouting locations for our first movie at Lilian, at Emerald Productions 237, I stumbled on Bismarck, and we're like, so you're in town? Yeah, I'm in Buea a long time. Okay, this is what is up. Please, we don't have a director yet. I will be glad to do this with you. Chief of Valerie, shout out to him also. He was one of the person, from when he birthed ML Productions with me, because I reached out to him about the idea. Yeah, he helped me a lot. And even when I told him about Bismarck, he was like, yeah, Bismarck is a perfect guy. We can work with him. He recommended the DOP I have now. So Chief of Valerie contributed a lot to ML Productions 237. So when I told Eno Bismarck about this idea, he's a very simple guy, and he was like, yeah, we brought the script, and he did a whole lot of changes on the script. When I was just doing my thing, and the script I had then, with no knowledge about scripts and everything, I didn't even bother much until when the director came in. I'm like, only God could make it happen, because you see the excitement. You saw how Cameroonians received our first movie when it came out. Imagine that I didn't have a director. Imagine that I was just going to do it like the way I wanted to do it, because I didn't actually know the big plan God had for me. I knew I would just put this out there, and So Bismarck came in with the other guys which Chief of Value had recommended, great guys. I'm still working with them today. So we had all of these people. We had the cast, perfect time on set. The movie came out. It had some few lapses. Before we released, we went and did some pickup scenes to add, and the first release came out and it was amazing. Cameroonians were super excited about it, and I was super proud of myself and felt blessed with the team God blessed me with. And right up till now, they are still by my side, assisting me every step of the way. There's never a time I've felt like I'm alone in this. I just have I just have angels all around me,
Oh my
like the
goodness.
queen that I
Now
am.
a family.
You,
Like the
you,
queen
you
that
give
I am.
us, you give us your prayer points. God, copy and paste anything that Caro said here, prayer.
Yes.
So,
So basically, let's talk about movies.
Ah.
How many movies do you have, and how many more releases? Like, I think you're actually planning to release one or two movies in the days I or weeks, months I. So let's know how many movies are under area production and they plan the future.
Um, this, I think we have over 7 or 8 movies on the YouTube channel now, and we'll be releasing in like a week's time. I don't know when this podcast will be out, if the movie
Wow.
would have dropped or not, but yeah. At the time we're doing this video, I know we'll be releasing in at least a week time.
Okay.
Our latest movie will be out. And this year we have a lot planned out for this year. More movies are coming up. Immediately this movie is dropping. We are already preparing right now to go back on set for our next production. So this year, Emma Production Studio 7 had a lot in store.
yeah. Wow. Okay, I was hearing you talk about the entire team and how you have the most amazing director, and it's so beautiful. But I just wanted to ask you, what is the most unglamorous thing about being a producer that people on Instagram will never get to see?
Oh, so
That statement.
honestly, people get to see the glam part. People get to just hear, oh, she's the producer. It's a lot. That sometimes I feel like, can someone take this coat off my shoulder? Don't call me a director. It comes with a lot of sleepless nights, stress, managing too many people at the time, talking to over 10 people at the time. Sometimes you even forget it. It comes with managing people, budgets, and fear of the unknown, most especially because
Yeah.
you go on set, no matter how prepared you are, there are things you always face on set. So before you go on set, even when you know that everything is okay, you're always just scared. So these are the things that come with sleepless night, the stress, sleeping in an ungodly condition, managing too many people at the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come back after production, you feel drained. You rest for a day or two. You head to the studio to start following editing and stuff like that. Like, you know, so yeah. Sometimes you have to go dark for like a month,
And you still need to entertain your
and you
fans,
still have
especially comedy.
exactly,
They are
aside of
waiting
the
for you to
producing.
drop every
Yeah.
Exactly.
Me
You
in
have
particular.
brands,
Now,
you're
tell
working
them
with.
get power.
When it comes to brands, oh, they don't care to know whether I went to do a full video. Give them their glam video. Now you've gone on set, maybe you've gotten injured, you've grown dark, you're stressed, you're almost depressed, but you still have other aspects you need to, engage in. So these are the stress that as a producer I go through.
Please take me to criticism,
Yeah.
especially on social media. Lately, I think on 11th February, did a very nice appearance at Bongo Square, which I really love because it was kind of nostalgia. Did it? But then later on, we saw a post I made of
Yeah.
who were actually trying to attack you.
It was a
Bad
backlash.
But to help you actually handle some moments.
Um, it's not the first, it's not the second. This has been it's now like a daily thing for me. I might just get up any day and I see even my best friend insulting me on the media. It's not gonna appear strange. I've seen worse, and to be honest, if you had asked me this question maybe 10 years ago or 8 years ago, I'll be saying, oh, it scares me, I panic, I'm dying. See, when it comes to criticism, it's okay. People criticize for different reasons. Some people criticize because they want to see you do more, or they believe you have more potentials in you that you can actually bring out. Some people criticize because of, some people just hate you.
Yeah,
they don't
just want
vibe
to
with you.
talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't like, they don't just vibe with you.
Mhm.
So I have learned to differentiate between these criticisms.
Yeah.
When I see a criticism that is coming to me, aiming to see more from me or to make me grow, yes, I know. But when I see a criticism that comes from hate, I know. Still, I will still go through that criticism that comes with hate. If there's something I can pick out of it, I pick out. If there's not something I can't pick out of it, I push aside. There's never a time I will want to pick out the comment and start saying, "Oh, you insulted me." I really don't have to. I like, the workload on my head is too much. I have a lot of things I've not achieved in my life, and trust me, I'll rather focus, give my 100% on the 2% that love me genuinely, that focus on negativity.
What happened on the 11th of February was more like
Yes,
threat.
yes. That
I
one is
want
even
you to
different.
talk about that one.
Yes.
Because you've talked about criticisms and how you handle them.
Yeah.
Then now let's talk about these threats, because these people are carrying, maybe some might use parody accounts to write, but maybe some use their real accounts to write.
Yes. So
How do you feel? Are you scared of going to Yoke, Yuka? Because we know those areas. Yeah, we don't need to say everything.
yeah.
So how did you feel when those threats actually came into your inbox?
Okay. So thank you for making it clear, because the threat is different from criticism. So
Yeah.
yes, on the threat part, normally I'm human and my life matters to me, because I've not lived my peak yet. There's a lot I still need to achieve. So when that threat came in, I least expected it, because my followers have noticed that every season, if there's any occasion, be it Women's Day, be it 11th February, I always come up with comedy based on that period. So this year I decided to go out of my way, because I always do it on Facebook. I decided to go out of my way to go to the field, and actually it wasn't intended to happen that way. I was just really supposed to go to the field, but when we got to location, my content creator guy said, I think we should do better. Why not just go to the field and let's do something real different this year. Like, let's just do this thing live. I'm like, oh, it's a good idea. So I have a little niece who schools at as Baptist. Yes. So I got into the room. I said, if there's a uniform, he said, no, I have my body wear. Body wear. I said, it's fine. So long as he give me a different persona, I'll take it. I wore that uniform. It was extremely tight. I could hardly breathe. It was so tight. So went to the field, we did this video, it was all fun, posted it. And I started seeing comments like, Caro, you wear, how they call it thing? With the life jacket on a honestly, to be honest, I didn't actually see that comment in a negative light. I understood, because myself, I knew that my breast was really flat, like the uniform was tight. So yes, so I thought maybe when you wear this jacket, maybe that's how it makes people flat. So I've never worn it before.
Yeah.
I could not say much about it. I could just laugh past it until my PR person sent me messages that was sent to our public number, and he said this thing is getting serious. So he sent me a couple of screenshot a lot of it, and threat messages that was sent to our number, and they are threatening to kill me. They're threatening, oh, they know where I live. They honestly, I was taken by surprise. I was scared for my life. I was scared for my siblings.
Edition is proudly sponsored by Van Juice, all the way from Kumba. If you love natural juice, you can actually contact them. Yeah, contact number will show on screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also subscribe to ML Production YouTube channel.
Or you have this word that you always say. I don't know if I've even qualified to say it. Is it abonge song or something like that? And it always adds fun and vibe. Like, it always just makes the videos more captivating. Yeah. Can you tell us what's the idea behind that statement? Is it a particular word? Is it a signature?
Yes, it's a word. I wanted something unique. I wanted something unique. I wanted my own identity. So Abangole song is an exclamation, like if I'm for talk, like how you say now, wow, I'm just let you too. Yes, Abangole song. Abangole, you feel the tape, Abangole song. Like if I for top. That's
You know, like the time we talk that I'm only Sunday, it's just the sweet.
Yeah, it's just
so it's just in our words.
yes.
Anyway, can it just the actually really
So I'm asking that your face for. It looks more better when you have that your
Yeah.
the better so kind of thing, you know. I mean that's a signature that nobody has.
Yeah.
The whole of
The whole world.
Africa.
The whole world.
The whole world.
Yeah.
No one has it.
Period. Should we clock it? So since we're into acting, since you already started showing us your skills and your talent, so you're just going to do a little scenario for our viewers, for the people who are watching you, who like to watch you. So let's picture this. You get into a bank, and then somebody cuts the line. Like you're standing on the line, and then somebody cuts you without any explanation. The person just goes ahead of you. So you're going to react as Mbeng, and then you're going to show us the way Caro reacts.
I'll say. Well, as Lilian, I'm going to let it slide. I will comport myself. I will be demure. Yes, and just be like, okay, it's okay, you can go away. But as Caro, I said, madam, no sense you put it up here. You restore someone so be stick. Pass car for back. And I'm my high big welcome. Pass car for back. I'm change of you today. I'm on so.
And if you don't go for parking, then let's see
Now
you
find
go
no.
We love the series. We actually love the series.
Thank you.
Oh wow, it's so beautiful to watch.
All right, Caro. It's actually been an amazing time with you, and trust me, I really do appreciate the entire crew of Untold Podcast, from our producer, the director, ZENVATECH, MediaBoy, and every other person to really appreciate your time and everything. And now, the last question that I'm going to ask you, if you Mbeng, is to go back like 20 years back, what will you advise the present me with, or in the year of 20 years back?
I'll say, don't give up. The world will hear your voice someday.
Wow. Any well of encouragement to your commentators who actually see you as your role model, like every other person that admires you, especially this.
Okay, if you're a lady out there, or an aspiring content creator, or a content creator, I just want to tell you that it might seem very hard now. You might feel unseen, unheard. You might feel stopped, like nothing is going. But I want you to know that your beginning does not define your end. Keep pushing. Remain unique, be consistent, and know that the sun will shine. Wow. Thank you.
That's so, so beautiful. And I think I also have my own last question that I want to ask you. Is it one? But yeah, let me just do one. Okay. So, when the cameras finally stop rolling, when everything is over me, what do you want people to remember the Lilian thing?
I want people to remember Mbeng for her impacts and the lives she has changed. I don't just want to be remembered for my entertainment, but I want to be remembered for the lives I impacted and changed.
Wow. 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 That's so deep. Thank you.
Caro, it's
You-
Untold Podcast,
Okay.
where we bring our song, things people have never heard.
Oh, yes.
Have you in the relationship? Did you date peace?
Okay, that's
I didn't date. Kofis is a partner, and right now, he's like a brother I never had.
you know there's one popular Nigerian musician that used to say his wife was like a sister. So is that what we're
He's like a brother. He's not a brother that I never had.
Okay.
Real good.
People should leave me and my puppies alone. When is the thing you guys will know?
Okay.
As for now, just let us breathe.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate Miss Mbeng Lilian, aka Caro, my co-host Ornella. Thank you so much for being here with us, and every other person behind the cameras, MediaBoy, Search of ZENVATECH, and Giscard of ML Production, and he's with Caro 24/7. Thank you all so very much for being here with us, and really appreciate it. Let's rock it.
See you on our next episode. Bye, guys.